Hey guys, we're watching Volgar's beer reviews. This time we're looking at Simpler Times brand Pilsner. I'm pretty sure this is just available at Trader Joe's, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's available at other places. I've only seen it at Trader Joe's, and yeah, they have a lot of beers there. They have a bunch I've never seen before, so the first time going in there I was pretty amazed at all the different beers they have that I've never seen. And you can build your own six-pack. Every beer is individually priced. Pretty cool. I was pretty surprised. It was either going to be like a bunch of like super expensive organic, like $4 for a bomber, or like, I don't know, way overpriced. Or like sometimes I see of 6-packs of 12-ounce cans for like $10. No, I don't remember seeing any of those there. So yeah, I was pretty pleasantly surprised. Anyways, back to beer. Simpler Times Brewing Company, Monroe, Wisconsin, 53566 since 1845. And that's all it says on the can, apart from the government warning. And yeah, so let's pour it out. It's very golden and clear. Very much like a typical adjunct lager would be. I don't think this is not an adjunct lager. Pretty sure it is. So that's settling. I'll just drink from this. Oh wow, that's a lot better. 5.5%. This tastes really good. The Simpler Times lager was 6.2%, and that I wasn't really in a big hurry to finish down because it tastes a lot like a cross between an ice beer and a malt liquor. That was the term I was trying to think of. Malt liquor. Which, a Mickey's is 5.6, Colt 45, 5.6. An Old English is 7.5. Well, that's, way above. It's almost high gravity. What else? Magnum is 5.6, just like Mickey's. Oh, Black Crown is 6, Sapphire is 6. Most malt liquors, basic malt liquor is 5.6 or 6%. And this is, almost about malt liquor status, but it does not taste anything like a malt liquor. So after I got it all poured out, that was weird. I don't know what that was. Very clear. It looks like I don't know, a Miller Lite, or I don't know, your typical adjunct lager. I bet if you pour them all out, this one might have a little bit more color to it, but it's definitely still clear. I can see right through it. I'm sure you can too. But yeah. But pouring it straight down like you should with typical Pilsner lagers, cheapo beers. Beers you would typically say, oh, the head just ran away and just joined the circus. Well, look, it's still there, because I poured it straight down. So that's the way you gotta know your beer before you pour it, or at least know it by the last time you poured it wrong. But yeah, I can pour the rest in there. It tastes kind of a creamy and honey-esque flavor. And for, what was it, 62 cents a piece or something like that, it's definitely worth it. In fact, this is only a few percent lower than, or not a few percent, but that Sierra Nevada Rye IPA I just reviewed, that was 6.2. This is 5.5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of, half. So that's 7/10 difference. And this is 62 cents. The flavor's not as good, don't get me wrong, but the alcohol's still a decent level for how cheap it is, and easily drinkable. So Beer Advocate gives it 72%. The Bros give it outstanding. Well, that I'm surprised about, because usually they look at something that says Pilsner, or if it's cheap, or lager, and if it's cheap, let's go, oh, that beer is just disgusting. Ah, hot chicken. Yeah, that's right. You think so too? Okay. The average review is 3.09 out of 214 ratings, 124 reviews. It's classified as a German pilsner, apparently. I don't know what makes it German, but whatever. And let's see if I can. Oh, here we go. Here's a good review. A long one. Pours a clear. God damn it! Get out of here, stupid rooster. I'll throw beer cans at you. Pours a clear medium golden color and color to moderate to significant amounts of active visible carbonation rising quickly from the bottom of the glass and some faint medium yellow highlights. This beer has 2-finger tall, sudsy, fizzy, foamy, off-white head that reduces to a medium-sized patch of thick film surrounded by a very thin film covering by a majority of the remainder of the surface of the beer and a medium thick ring at the edges of the glass. Light amounts of lacing are observed. Yeah, see that? That's lacing. Ooh, lacing. Pretty surprising for a 62-cent beer, if you ask me. Smell: moderate aromas of slightly sweetened grainy malts and corn adjuncts. Yeah, with a slight aroma of herbal hops. Hints of something slightly metallic, alcohol, and light fruit. Red, delicious apple. Okay, well I didn't get the apple part, but I was getting like honey. Well, maybe a little bit of apple. I don't know. You put somebody, you say something and you go, really? It tastes like that? You drink it. Maybe it does. I don't know. Taste up front. There's a light to moderate flavor of slightly sweet grainy corn adjuncts, malts with some flavors of cereal grains, and there's a very light amount of light fruit, red, delicious, and grainy smooth apple. It's slightly metallic, maybe coppery like blood. Okay, sure. There is a light amount of herbal hops, which contribute to a light to moderate amount of bitterness, which fades quickly. Hints of alcohol towards the finish. Mouthfeel: medium bodied with heavily amounts of carbonation, crisp and smooth. Yeah, this is a good beer for a day like today. It's humid and hot and ugh. I don't know how hot it is. Probably 88, but it just feels so much hotter because I don't see any wind or any leaves bristling, you know. And it's just, yeah, stale. And even though it is clear, when you give it a jiggle or whatever, you can see that the fizz kind of stir up. I don't know, maybe most beers do that. It's seeming like a more of a hazy beer. There is a harshness to the alcohol of this beer, which is surprisingly since it clocks at only 5.5, but I guess it cannot be too surprised considering the price of 6-7 cents a can. Not offensive, but not a beer I would seek out again. I would. I mean, it's cheap. It's got 5.5%, and I think it tastes pretty good. I could see serving this at tailgate where the majority of folks were not into craft beers as something different, but still enjoyable. It's maybe a slight gateway beer to try something different. So that person gave it 2.86 out of 5, so like under 3. I think this is at least a 7.3. It's better than average. It's a good average, a good okay. It's not amazing. It's not great, but for how cheap it is, the alcohol is high enough. I mean, your average, like your Budweiser, is like $7 a 6-pack of just short cans. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is cheaper. I didn't really calculate that. Yeah, that's $1 and a penny, $1.16 a beer for Budweiser, or you can get this for, wait a minute, yeah, $7.06, or you can get this for 46 cents, or what did I say, 46 cents, I think, something like that. Anyways, yeah, it's crisp, clean, refreshing. It's got the good enough alcohol in it. It's got good enough flavor in it. It's just all around a decent beer. What is there negative to say about it? I mean, my only negative I could say about it is I guess the can design is just kind of plain. It just says Simpler Times Pilsner. There isn't any, like, usually with beer, like for example, here's Busch. You see the bush, and then you have like a ring around it, and then you have like mountains in the background. Because when you drink a cheap lager beer, you want to be reminded of how fresh, cool, and refreshing it is, just like being up in the Rockies. Or where is this supposed to be? I don't know. I don't know, whatever. I give up. Or with Olympia has a big, you know, they have a picture. They have something to wrap your mind around, to, you know, to picture it. Like Olympia, you got a horseshoe. You got gold and orange, and you got a horseshoe. I guess since we're on the subject, a Budweiser, it's got the bow tie thing, and this can, it said red, white, and blue. You know, it catches your eye. This beer, the beer is decent. I like it enough. I think it's better than Budweiser, and it's half the price almost, and you know, higher alcohol content and whatever. Yeah. Should you get the Pilsner over the lager of the Simple Times? If you're picky, try the Pilsner first. If they're both cheap, so you could just try both. But yeah. But the other one's 6.2. So if you want the extra alcohol and you don't care if it's rougher and it's, you know, more like a malt liquor / ice beer, you go for that one. But this one's just all around better standard beer. I don't really understand what makes this one a Pilsner and the other one a lager. I thought a Pilsner was more like a 4.3% beer, but I don't know. It's just a common misconception, I guess. Misconception. Because like Natural Light, that says the lightest Pilsner or most refreshing Pilsner. And PBR, I'm pretty sure, says something about being a Pilsner, but I don't know, whatever. It's just all marketing. I don't know if there's a difference. I'll look into it later. But yeah, that's my review. 7.4 or so. It's a good beer. You know, it's good. I don't see any problem with it. It's cheap, inexpensive. I don't understand what's there to complain about. I mean, sure, there's adjuncts, but it's cheap. Like, everything cheap has adjuncts. I don't know something that is cheap that doesn't have adjuncts. Like, really, come on. So yeah, I like it. You should like it too. And if you complain about it, then go drink something that's more obviously adjunctable, like Busch, Olympia, Budweiser, Coors, PBR. Well, Olympia and PBR, and those are better around than the rest. But I'm not ranting and raving. Check out the beer. Thanks for watching. See you later.